So, okay. The next update is the update that we know that so many of you, and well, so many of us as well, has been wanting for such a long time. It's the Caves and Cliffs update.
I hope you are as excited as I am. Welcome back. My name is Echo. I'm absolutely mind-blowing with what was announced during Minecraft Live. Now, I'm not going to go over every single detail in today's video because there is simply way too much information. I'm going to take the time over the next couple of days to break down what we have found out. But it is official. The next major Minecraft update is going to be Caves and Cliffs. A cave update after so many years is finally going to be happening. Now, I hope you guys have enjoyed Minecraft Live. If you haven't, we did live stream it. Feel free to go and check that out. Now, the first thing I want to mention to you guys is that there isn't going to be an end of year update this year, which is kind of sad. But at the same time, I'm still looking forward to the next major Minecraft update, which will be in 2021, which will be Caves and Cliffs. So here's the official confirmation. I tweeted saying, so is there no end of year update this year? I got a response from Rebecca. She works with Minecraft. Feel free to check out her Twitter if you don't believe me. She said, correct, CNC, being Caves and Cliffs, is so massive, the team needs extra focus on it. However, we're still looking into something fun we can do this holiday. Maybe something with Marketplace, more to come. So there's no end of year update. That means the next major Minecraft update is going to be 1.17. Now, I want to start off with the cliff side, because we really didn't find out that much information in regards to the cliffs. The first thing we have here is goats. So goats won the mob vote during last year. Now, the mob vote is where the community got to pick what was introduced. The goats are going to be introduced. They're going to jump higher. They're quite mischievous. And they literally yeet cows. Now, I'm going to stop talking and I'm just going to roll this video clip. Roll it.
Speaking of mountains, remember last year's vote? It was a fierce competition, but the mountains won after 2 intense rounds of voting. Well, I have a sneak peek into what your vote is bringing to Minecraft on the cliff side of the Caves and Cliffs update. Goats. They're both mischievous and adorable at the same time. As you can see, they live on the mountains. And if you aren't careful, they might knock you off. They also have excellent jumping skills. We'll also get better mountain generation with spectacular and more dramatic mountains with height-dependent generation. That means things like tree lines and mountaintops that will be more challenging with lots of snow and ice. And speaking of snow, yes, it will be snowier. We will also have a new block called powder snow, which will be a kind of trap block. It looks similar to snow, but if you or a mob walk on it, you will fall right through.
So very limited on the cliff side of the Caves and Cliffs update. I'm kind of more curious as to how they're going to do this generation on the Bedrock version, which is limited to 256 build limit. Maybe that's the reason why they discontinued some of the older Bedrock devices. Maybe it's going to get increased going forward. So for the rest of today's video, I want to focus on the other types of biome changes that are going to be happening in the caves aspect. So before I go through it, let me just roll this and then let's break it down. Roll it again.
One of them is the Lush caves.
So this was the first preview of the cave update. This is Lush Caves, and straight away, via the first start of this, there's going to be a new tree. Now that tree is going to be called the Azalea tree, and one of the developers, being King B-Dogs, who was sitting next to Agnes, basically said that these are going to be kind of like a landmark. So players will be able to tell different trees from this tree, which will then indicate below is a cave that you can easily access. Now it looks 1,000 times better already. They've kind of already outlined that each biome for Minecraft has always had the same cave generation. Now it's not quite been said as to what biome the Lush caves are going to be, or if they're just going to be a random generation. Kind of looks like he was in a plains biome. So maybe it's going to be plains. Now there's just so much life down there. I kind of see some form of like lily pad things, which are called something else, but we'll focus on them another day. You could see kind of like vines dropping down, the old school vines, but new types of vines. There is kind of like more water pools, which they've already indicated is going to link to waterfalls going into some of the other biomes that we will go through in today's video. There is going to be more plants. There is going to be more life. And it just looks so much better. I love anything that literally brings Minecraft to life. And actually, I've seen people recreate like this kind of biome with the blocks and the things that we already have in Minecraft. So it's pretty cool to see that Minecraft Lush Caves are going to be introduced. And here is the concept that they shared with us. So it's going to be Lush Caves, which will feature glowberries. We're going to have spore blossoms, which will have falling particles. We've got the drip leaf plant. That's exactly what it was called. So basically, whenever a player goes on it, it kind of moves. We're going to have the azaleas, which I believe are the trees. And yeah, it just looks absolutely stunning. So it was good to see that they opened the live stream with this. So moving on to the next cave announcement, one of my favorite things during Minecraft Live is they confirmed there is going to be improved cave generation, to the point where they've taken the already normal caves in Minecraft and blown them up, to the point where you're going to be able to put a boat and travel across underwater caves. I think that is such a fantastic introduction to Minecraft. Something else though that I still hope they introduce is going to be like biome specific caves. So for example, if you're in a snow or an ice biome, those caves should be made out of ice and should feel really, really cold. Whether you're in a desert, I think like lower down, it should be built out of sand, should be built out of more sandstone, or in some cases, you could have underneath it more lava pools. Anyway, let's roll the next videotape.
You've also worked on improving the cave generation.
Yes.
Yeah, so as you can see here, I mean, this is drastically different to what caves used to look like. And there's definitely still the old style of caves, but we wanted to make sure that there was much more variety in the sort of caves and the shapes and the sizes you could get. And even here, you can see that there's some water underground.
Yes, so we actually added something we call local water levels. So in one cave might find like a cave lake, and another cave might not have that one. And this also means that we get naturally generated waterfalls, which is so pretty. And it also kind of gives like new ways to traverse the underground. You can actually go cave rafting.
Yeah, so you'll see in a bit that our player here will actually use a boat to raft. And that is just such an exciting opportunity to be able to traverse the caves in a very different way than you used to.
Yeah, we were playtesting, and then one of the devs like, look at this, it's so fun, and all of us just started to go with the boat on the waterfalls. It was a lot of fun.
So another thing to note here is that you could see that a lot of the ores were actually glowing. This is just for preview purposes. Ores aren't going to glow now. It's just that the caves tend to be quite dark, and we want to make sure that players can see the shapes of the cave.
It doesn't matter how many times I see that video clip, it always puts a smile on my face. Now, one of my favorite things about what you've just seen is that in some cases, the Minecraft player is going to feel really, really small in this massive cave system. The current cave systems in Minecraft, it's quite cramped. They're incredibly close together. Now, they said that they're still going to keep some of that generation in there, but they're also going to be introducing this new generation, to the point where you're going to be able to have a boat underground, and there's going to be massive lakes underneath. In some cases, you're going to have to use the elytra to get from A to B. But remember, guys, your ores will not brighten up. They use bright ores during the testing of this so that caves were brighter during the recording, but that has to be one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Now, I did see a couple of like water caves there. We've kind of already got those already. I mean, I've been in oceans where we've got ravines, so that didn't seem too new, but they're introducing something called water levels. Now, not every single cave is going to be filled with water or filled with like lakes underneath, but yeah, I really love that. So I have one more video clip that I want to run for you. I wanted this first video to be all about caves and the new generation. That is the update I've wanted for so long, and also the update you guys in the community have wanted for a very long time. Now, so far, these are the only biomes that have been announced, but I'm pretty positive we're going to see more of these going into next year. There is no end of year update, so they're going to have quite some time to focus on the next major caves and cliffs update. All right, for the final time in today's video, roll it.
Yes, so we have the Dripstone Caves biome. And whenever I think about the idea of a cave update, the image of stalagmites and stalactites comes into my head. But adding these are pretty difficult. You know, it's a very unique shape that Minecraft isn't really accustomed to. But I think the way that the artist put it into Minecraft works quite well. And of course, there's some mechanics surrounding this. So you can see that someone destroyed the block up the top, and so the dripstone fell down. And also, unfortunately for this zombie here, if you fall on these dripstones, you will get hurt.
So the final cave biome announced so far is called the Dripstone Caves. There is a lot of things going on there. The other biome that I would kind of compare this to would probably be like a basalt delta inside the nether, where it's simply chaos. Now there is going to be stalagmites, stalactites, those things that are on the floor and on the ceiling, to the point where those things can fall down, but also the point where those things that are dropping down will have water on them and they can drip. And Lady Agnes explained that the water will drip into a cauldron and your cauldron can fill up. Also, it was deadly for the zombie, like a one-shot kill to the zombie. What happens if a player lands on this? So that was so much fun. That's the first announced cave section of this next update, and I've been so impressed with it. You guys have been so much fun to hang out with today. This is just the beginning. I have so many more videos planned for you all, but if there's anything specific that you want me to focus on in the next video, leave it down below, because for the next couple of days, you're going to see double uploads and you're going to see some massive breakdowns on everything that has been announced. Guys, I've been Echo. Have a great day. Stay beautiful, and I'll catch you tomorrow.